Well, hey guys, it's Summer with Summer Sweet Shop at you again. Happy New Year. I hope you guys enjoyed a great holiday and you're ready to decorate some snow-inspired winter cookies here today. So today we're decorating these 3 different cookies. We've got the snowman here. This is a cutter that is from Kaleido Cuts. We have a snowflake and the wobbly bear. These are both from the Sweet Design Shop. So if you want to purchase those, I'll have the links for you below. So you can grab these adorable cutters. But today we're going to start off decorating. I think we're going to do our bear first. I'm going to show you how you can level up these adorable cookies and make them for yourselves at home or for someone else that you care a lot about. I'm using my sugar cookie recipe that I make with my cookies, and I'm decorating with my favorite royal icing. You can find both of these recipes inside my Cookie Academy Lite. That's my online beginners course. You can check those out on my website. I'll put the description below so you can learn more. So let's go ahead and get started with our adorable bear here. And we are going to first outline him in white. We're going to outline all except for his scarf here. So let me grab a scribe. I had a scribe and now I don't know where it went. All right. Ah, found it. All right. So I've got my white outline icing here in my bag. And like I said, I'm going to outline all of it. So we're going to start off with his head. I've got a number 2 tip on here to ensure I've got the right size. I'm going to get just that tiny bit there. I'm going to do his ears. And I'm going to outline the place there where the gray is going to be. And even though we're going to do a wet on wet, I'm just going to go ahead and put that spot there for the gray. Just so I know where it is. All right, so now we're going to do his body. And so we come all the way to like right here. You can see here, like this is a little portion of his arm. So I'm going to kind of outline that. And then I'm going to come to about right here. And then I'm going to come down. I'm going to leave some area there for his other arm. We'll fill that in later. And then we've got this gray section here. So you want to, you can make it as large as you want. But I'm just going to do a section here. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be super large. Like this one's kind of small. The way I've made it, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Just by outlining again. You're not even going to be able to see that when you go to flood it. So it's going to all melt into one. So we're going to get my outline icing here. And I'm going to get my outline icing, and I'm going to get my flood icing along with my gray flood icing. And I've got some pink, so because we're going to add some pink cheeks to him. So get your pink ready. We're going to do a pink flood for his sweet little cheeks. So let's go ahead and flood his face. We're going to leave the ears for right now because we want them to have some definition. We don't want it to all just melt together. So we're going to leave them. And then we're going to do his body down here. And I forgot to do his little gray mouth. Totally forgot to show that. So we'll do that, but we're going to do that wet on wet. All right. So I'm just going to move this icing around so it'll get even. And I'm going to add with my gray, I'm going to add his face here. To that. And if it's got any swirls like that, that's from the icing just settling. You can always just use your scribe lightly to fix that. And then we're going to do his body down here. So you can see on the sample, I made it a lot larger. So you can make it as large as you want. I was just going by the design from the cutter shop. But super cute, just trying to get it even. And now we're going to add in his cheeks. So we're going to add cheeks on both sides. So one here and one here. It just gives it, and these are with flood icing, so you want it to just go right down in there into the face. All right. So you're going to let that dry for about 1 to 2 hours, and then you're going to come back, and this is what you'll have. And you're going to fill in. You're going to fill in his ears. You're going to fill in this little area here. And you want to fill in his arm over on this side. And then we're going to fill in his ears. And we're going to do the same thing, do our gray wet on wet with our flood icing. And that's going to help just bring him to life. So I'm going to add our gray here. You're going to do most of your details right here at this step. All right, now I'm going to do black, the black details for his eyes, nose, and mouth. And so I'm first going to do a line for his mouth. I'm just using a Baker Pan edible marker. And so I'm going to do a line right down the front for his mouth. And then we're going to do an oval here for his nose. I can get the black out. Oh, it's really stuck. All right, hang on. I should have grabbed a paper towel. I forgot my paper towel. I always seem to forget that. All right, so what I'm doing is I am putting my scribe here and then pushing out. I'm trying to get it to come out. So, I think I got it. So I'm just going to wipe it off. And just make a nice oval here for his nose. Isn't he already? He's already so cute. Already so cute. We're going to make 2 eyes just right here above his cheeks. He's got some pretty big eyes. Dab those just a little bit with my scribe. And then we're going to add a white dot here to just one side of his eye. You could add 2 lines if you want. And then we're going to add some eyebrows. It's amazing how much characters come to life when you add in the eyebrows. Okay, so now we got to do his scarf. And his face is pretty much done, but we're going to use, this is a blue with Wedgwood. I'm just using the Wedgwood, AmeriColor Wedgwood for this color, and it is so pretty and divine. I just love it. And then I thought the red accent was just perfect for his scarf. So we're just going to take our scribe and just move that around. Doesn't he look all cozy? So cute, so cute. All right, let's add our red dots. I've just got some red flood icing. And we're going to add just red dots on that scarf. You could add any colors that you want. If you wanted to do white, you could do white. I just liked the red. And then you, let's see, we can add in our gray. So you could add the gray dots to the top or not. I kind of like them without it, I think. But we'll add in a few. Just to give them a little character. All right, and then we have, you're gonna let that dry, come back and add for this little section here. Got to fill in his arm on this one. And then we'll add the rest of our scarf. And this is just the little tail end of the scarf. I like that it adds just a little bit extra. All right, and then once you've done that, we're gonna add, you're gonna let that dry for a little bit. For time's sake today, I'm gonna go ahead and outline his scarf. And I'm just kind of going right down the middle for one section and then the bottom section. And then I'm just going to outline the piece here of that extra piece. And that's your wobbly bear. Isn't he so cute? He's adorable. Love him. Okay, next we're going to do our snowflake. And the snowflake is even easier. I decided to do blue because I love the blue with the white. I just think it just really pops and looks so, so pretty. So we're just going to outline our snowflake. And so I'm using outline consistency, which is like toothpaste consistency. And so you're just going to follow around. Okay, now you're going to take your blue and you're going to fill in the middle with your flood consistency. And so I want it to be nice and puffy. I want that puffy snowflake. So I'm getting as close to the edge as I can, and then I'm going to use my scribe to move that icing around once I fill it up. So you're just going to work from the outside towards the middle. Like so, and then we're just going to take our scrap. I like to go kind of in a circular motion and just bring that puff just right to the edge. It's like The Price is Right, getting close to the number as much as you can without going over. All right. I'm going to add a little bit more icing here. All right, so you're going to let this dry for a good like 1 to 2 hours before you come back and add your white. Well, once it's dry like this, you're going to come back and we're going to add this design onto it. So I've got my icing. I've got a number 2 tip, and we're going to start in the middle. I'm going to do lines all the way across. You don't want that to happen. If it does, no big deal. Just start over. Do a line down and then a line across. And now I'm going to do lines going up. So it's kind of making a star. I find it easier just to move the cookie around. You could always use a turntable, and that helps so you're not angling your hand all in a funny way. And so that's not perfect, but it looks really, really good, and it will work. So, and then I'm going to add the dots or the lines here. I'm kind of starting from like right here on the corner here, and then we're just adding those lines. And again, I like to just kind of move it with my hand. So I just keep my right hand in one position, and we're just moving around the cookie. Actually, I'm moving the cookie around. Okay, so you could totally leave it like that and it would be really pretty, but I love these big dots on it. So I outlined dots for that one, and I just think it looks better than trying to pressure pipe it. If your icing is thin, it would work. My outline icing was kind of thick right now, so I think this worked better. And then you already have that squiggle line in the middle, so you're not going to have any craters. I'm going to come back through with my flood icing and just gently tap it. You want to make sure you don't overflow it. But I'm just kind of using the tip of my scribe just to flatten that out some. And just kind of get it nice and puffy. I like puffy. Give me all the puff. All right, so there you have it. And then I like to finish up this one with a little bit of diamond dust from the Sugar Art. And so I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit. This, you can like pump it on there, but it just kind of gives it a little bit of glitter. It's got a dust, it's a dust pump. And so you can pump it. I don't think this one works as well. I've had it for several years, and so I feel like it doesn't work as well. So sometimes I just take the lid off if I want a lot more sparkle. And that's what you're left with. So you can kind of see that sparkle a little bit. All right, and for our last cookie, we've got our snowman. And we are going to write with him and bring him to life. So you're first going to do his body, just like we did with the other one. And so we're going to start about right here. Usually you can etch a line, or you can use a projector to get that perfect line. I feel like I've made this one enough that I kind of just know right where he is. I'm going to do his body too, but we're only going to fill in his head right now. So we're going to go come up and around, and then we're going to do our gray because we're going to do the banner here at the top. So you're just going to make your banner come up and around. This is a really small tip. This is a 1.5. I'm not really sure why I have a 1.5. I don't usually like that for an outline. I like a number 2 or a 2.5 just for reference. All right, now we're going to fill in our gray and our white. So we're going to fill in his face like so. And again, I like to get that puff, get that nice puff of icing on there. And then we're going to grab our gray. And we're going to do our gray. And so you're going to have your gray right there. Oop. All right. You're going to let that dry. You want to let that banner dry for a good amount of time because you're going to be writing on it. So you're going to grab your next step. You're going to let that dry. It doesn't have to dry for very long to do this next step because you're just adding the bottom. Now you notice that I didn't do anything with this scarf. We're going to add that at the end. And that just kind of makes it easier so that you're not having to have so many steps with this cookie. The least amount of steps that you can do, the more I like it. All right, and again, you want to let that dry for a good amount of time, 1 to 2 hours, before we come in here and we do our eyes and hands and writing on and all that good stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and write Stay Frosty on the top. Now I'm going to freehand this and I'm going to just go with what I have here. We'll see how that works. I'm not very good at handwriting, so no criticism here. I'm just going to make some of these lines a little bit fatter coming down. I thought Stay Frosty was a good saying for this guy here. And then if you're like me, you kind of like hold your breath as you're decorating and writing. It's a funny R. I'm worried I'm going to run out of room. Look at that. I don't know how I did that. I'm not a fan of that art. Okay, look at that. I can't believe I did that. Okay. See, there are things that you can do. All right, so we're going to do just some lines here. I kept it really simple. You could do like something more intricate, but I just kind of kept it simple with some squiggle lines here on the banner. We've got kind of a thicker red. And then you could add white, a little bit of white in there. I might just add some blue. And then I did a blue dot here at the top. All right, now it's time to add his eyes and bring this little guy to life. Oh, we got brown. We need to do brown for his hands. So I just have a brown here. And we're going to do his hands like so, and then we're going to do his eyes. So his eyes are kind of far apart and probably just to make room for his nose. So just keep that in mind. These are pretty big eyes though. So we got one eye there, one eye here. We've got to give them, oh, I didn't add eyelashes on this one. But I forgot. I usually add the eyelashes before I write on him. It's usually a good idea to do. And then I'm just going to give him like a little smirk. Or she. It kind of looks like a she, especially if she's going to have eyelashes. I'm going to do a white dot just right here in the middle. Or right to the side, I mean. And then my orange for my carrot nose. And so this one is kind of going in an upward motion. You could always do it downward. And then we're going to add our scarf. So I'm just using the same number 2 tip. And I'm going to do the bottom section first. So I'm just going to do a back and forth to here. I'm going to add some tassels, just kind of different lengths down here. And then we're going to add, I'm just going to do a back and forth again, just a pretty simple scarf. You don't have to make it complicated. Like so. And then we're going to add 2 hearts here for his little buttons. And there is your cute little, which one did we do? We did this one here. This cute little snowman. Couldn't think of what he was called. So there we have it. These are all the ones that we decorated. Super fun and cute. I hope that you guys enjoyed this Winter Wonderland class, and would love for you to check out other classes that I have also as well. If you aren't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can hit the bell and the button below so that you get notified when any of my new videos drop. Thanks so much, you guys, for watching, and I can't wait to see you next time.